Hello everyone, I'm Krystal and this is Keeping It Krystall Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing an oracle message for advice, guidance, or to see what the energy is currently around you. Please remember that not every message you come across will resonate for you, but I'm hoping that you found this message for a reason. So without further ado, let's get into today's message. I'm asking to connect to my guides, angels, ancestors, archangels, and any other higher divine beings to please use me as a channel and messenger for any divine guidance or wisdom that I might be needing, that my collective might be needing. Anybody who needs this message, please allow me to be a clear, articulate channel for it. And as always, thank you for aligning me to this moment, this message, and to any and all who need to hear it. Please protect myself, protect my baby, because he is currently with me for this reading, and we only want loving and positive energies around us at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So today I am going to be using the Ask Your Guides Oracle. This is actually the very first oracle that was gifted to me by my mom. The Ask Your Guides. This was something that she actually picked out for me, and I really came to fall in love with it. The book that goes along with this is just so beautifully written. So I'm excited to use that. And then we have the Angel Answers Oracle. I'm sure you've seen this in a bunch of other readings used. It is a very common deck. It has time frames, it has yeses, it has nos, and I think it can break down the situation for us really well. So let's see. What is the current energy within my collective spirit? What guidance or advice do you have for my collective at this time? Victory with divine helpers. I love that. Boredom and invention. On the bottom we have survival. Wow. Okay, this is our current energy. If you feel like success is far away from you, that's not necessarily true. I think that you might not be doing or acting in the area of your life that will bring you success, if I'm being honest. You might be acting out of survival right now. Boredom, we have spirit teachers. Invention, we have creativity guides. And with survival on the bottom here, it says healer guides. So there might be still a part of you that is acting out of survival, where it's like you are doing the things that you should be doing, or you know that you should be doing, rather than just doing the things that really bring you joy. And that might be what's causing this boredom. You're not feeling passionate. You're not feeling that excitement, enthusiasm. And that might be why you feel like this victory is so far away from you. It doesn't mean that it is. There's a spotlight that's meant for you in some sort of way. And I don't mean that if you're not looking for attention, that doesn't necessarily mean that that means attention. But I mean that there's a moment where you gain that recognition, where you get your flowers, where you see that people recognize you for the thing that you are and not the thing that you're trying to be. Wow. Spirit really wants you to know that you have to start being more inventive, more creative. You have to start, you can't get where you want to be without being more creative. You can't get where you want to be without kind of stepping out of the what's expected of you box. And you might not even feel like you're not living authentically. You might feel like the choices that you're making are things that you want for yourself, but they are things that you want for yourself within limited means and not within the expansiveness of abundance. You are seeing this as as a way to a goal, as a means to a goal, rather than seeing things as a way of abundance and growing and really creating a life rather than settling for one. And I think you might need to be more aware of what success really is to you. What is victory to you? Because if it's the same, it doesn't have to be the same definition as everybody else's. And if that might be what you're seeking, then you might not be what's making you happy. Bless you. I think it's more understanding that there's more than what you've already committed yourself to, and you shouldn't settle for the things that you've committed yourself to, because that might not be the thing that's bringing you true success and what you would consider a victory. Wow. So it might be a time to consider, like, in what ways can you still be acting out in survival? Perfect timing. Choose a new direction. Be assertive. And get more information is on the bottom here. Wow. Okay, so I think this is just repeating what I was basically just saying. This is not going to be something that happens instantly. And I feel very passionate about how frustrating it is that the spiritual world basically is trying to tell you can manifest anything in minutes. That doesn't mean that's not true. But most of the time, that's not true. And you need to understand that divine timing is always the perfect timing. Your timing, what you want, is not necessarily what's best for you. That's what your ego wants. But your higher self knows that the path that you're taking and the time that you're taking to get there is the perfect amount of time. You will have to choose a new direction. You are probably bored with what you're doing, or you're just not enthused by, it's not giving you any sort of excitement or passion or drive with what you're doing. You're doing that out of survival, out of not knowing what's the best move for you. But when it comes to your creativity, just do whatever. Be whatever. Be assertive. Don't just sit on your butt and wait for things to fall into your lap. Do things. Try things. Get more information. Don't just... I feel like you might be in a position where you've settled for a lot of things and you feel comfortable with them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's where you have to stay. You might have to be more curious. You might have to be take more initiative. And those things require you to step out of your step out of the box that is comfortable to you. But I truly think this can be something that's incredibly valuable to you in the future. And that's only because you took that chance on yourself. This message is not for somebody who doesn't already know that success is meant for them. Success is meant for us in every path. It's just, I said that funny. Success is meant for all of us in whatever path we're meant to take. But that doesn't mean that path looks exactly the same for everyone. Success is not defined the same for everyone, and you need to let go of whatever society's standards made you feel like what success is and what that looks like. Because that's the way you'll be able to find this thing that'll make you feel like you are victorious, that you are doing the right thing, and that you're not taking too long. Because I feel like as we get older, we feel like there's a ticking time clock. Why? It doesn't matter when you get there, what you're doing when you're doing it, and as long as you feel happy and it makes you feel fulfilled, that's what matters. And I hope that that's something that you are willing to really allow change in for. But you have to be the one who's assertive enough to make that happen. You can't just let things come to you. This is really asking of you to be both the feminine and the masculine. This is really asking for you to balance out those parts of yourself. Because if you're stuck in feminine, that means you're just, at a certain point, I love the idea of flow, but flow, what we've deemed flow to be is unconsciously skating by, essentially. At least that's what I've observed. True flow is when you feel like what you're doing is making sense. It's not stress. Stress does not come with flow. Let me say that again. Stress and flow do not happen at the same time. And that might be a reminder that you need, because there are still parts that you need to act on, that masculine side of ourselves. You still need to act. You still need to do. That's not specifically gendered. That is just energies within us. And I think that's something that is being asked of you. You need to, maybe the survival part of you has left you in a freeze mode. And maybe your guides are asking you to take more initiative, to start being more assertive about the things that you want for yourself, because it's not far away. It just might be in a different area than you assumed or have had the trajectory for. But that doesn't mean that you can't pivot, and you can't switch, and you can't change, and you can't adapt. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden I see this feather on the floor. You see it too? All of a sudden I found this feather. I always see feathers as messages, so there might be a message that's coming your way that might be important to this conversation, this message that we have here. But I think I'm going to leave your message here. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and please let me know what you think. Like this video if you liked it, comment down below what specifically resonated for you, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!